Here comes the rain. Hi everyone, welcome back. Indi and I are heading out into the mountains for an overnight camp. And after last week's camp of relative luxury, this one is going to be completely different. One of the things that I love so much about going out into the mountains and camping is that there's a high level of unpredictability. You never quite know what's going to happen, and that's what I love. I've got a bit of an idea of where I'm heading. We're going to go exploring though. I don't know where we're going to spend the night. I've got a lightweight tent and just a bit of basic gear. Nothing fancy, but this trip is going to be all about exploring, adventuring, and facing whatever comes. We're dropping down off this ridge. We're going to follow the river along for a while and then need to make a decision based on what we find, whether I'm going to head up one of the tributaries or head up one of the mountains. I'm open to anything. Have you found a stick? Of course you found a stick. Come on, we've got to keep going. I was contemplating whether or not to get my boots wet, but I actually think when you're following a river, you really probably should aim to get your boots wet as soon as possible, because then it's over with. And you don't have to fuss about trying to jump over rocks and slipping in. If you just walk straight through, it's much safer. I've had to stop for a break. I'm so hot. Oh my gosh. My dog is like a mile up the hill. She was just here a fraction of a second ago. Pops, come on. Down you come. She's a good girl. She comes when I call her. Hello. Hello, Gil. Hello, Gil. You're all right as long as I'm keeping a good eye on you. She's not a dog that eats random things. Not so far anyway. Got to make a decision soon about whether I'm going to go up one of the tributaries of this river or head up onto the mountains. I'm thinking river because there's going to be more forest and it's going to be cooler. Over. Just assessing the damage. Not bad. Not bad. I think that was a lucky slip. Well, I wanted adventure. I'm not sure if that includes slipping and falling, but it's certainly been very adventurous coming up this river, but I don't think it's that enjoyable, to be honest. So I know a little bit further up, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, a track crosses the river, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto that track and head up away from the river, because as pretty as it is, as nice as it is to be down by the water and in the bush, it is slippery and it's tough going. So it's slippery in the river and it's tough going on the banks of the river. Oh, it's quite nice actually to be away from the noise of the river. Never thought I'd say that. Gorgeous. So we're about to pop out at one of my all-time favourite camping spots. Some of you might recognise that creek. We could just camp here, you know, but I love to save this one. I don't know, why do I love to save it? That's silly. Hey, here it is. You know what? I reckon that was me. And I have not meant to leave a mess like that. The last time I was here was in thick snow, and I tried really hard to clear up my fire pit. But I don't think I've done a good enough job at all. And I don't want to leave a trace. So before I go any further, I'm going to fix this. My feeling is if somebody can tell that another person's been here, then that's not cool. You want to feel like an explorer, like the first person who's ever set foot in this area. That's how I want to feel. Here comes the rain. Just felt the first few drops. Timing could not be more perfect. I just can't believe how lucky I am. It's just starting to rain, which means the ground is dry. Hopefully before it sets in, I'll be able to set the tent up, set the tarp up. I've got some nice trees to attach it to. I'm happy now. I'm happy. I even remembered to put the tent at the top. The debate is often tent first or tarp first, and I think this time around I'm going to do the tarp first, because I think really the smartest thing to do would be to take it off these two trees here, and there's quite a few spots for me to put the tent. So yeah, I'll get the tarp set up that way also if it does start to rain heavily, which Not really looking like it now. Little bits of sun and then drizzle. But if it does rain heavily, at least we've got some protection. So I have got my Durston X-Mid tent with me and a simple little ground sheet and pegs, but I'm just going to grab my Rab Stiltarp one and get that up first. Oh, I have something for you. Can you guys see those? Locally sourced possums. Well, I will not be sad if these are in fact local from this area, because the fewer possums we have out here, the better. Here you go. Yes. Thanks for Indi's Treats, my Buy Me a Coffee treat donors and members. Thank you so much. Hey. Oh! Rain! Come right down again. No, don't sit on my food. No. Right down. Hey, there's the rain. Now, pup. Finished. Okay? Finished. The rest is mine. I love it when it rains. It's suddenly all on, isn't it? So as you saw, I had to do a little bit of tarp reconfiguration. The water was pooling. Are you okay, Indy? I know, it's confusing. It's confusing. I think she's trying to tell me she wants to go into the tent. It's a bit lonely in there though. Oh, I'm going to let her in the tent. Hold on. Okay, just keep your feet up. Just don't knock the soup over. Careful with my soup. You want to go inside? There you are. Happy, Indy? You're warm and dry. Yeah. put the net down. Okay, you can come back. Oh, actually, right there. I'll get the sleeping bag. Oh, there you go. There you go, princess. Oh, good. Indy's already asleep. I'm going to say good night and I will see you guys in the morning. Good night from Indy as well, who has her eyes closed. Should be raining in the morning when we wake up, but not very heavily. I think only about maybe 0.5 of a mil per hour. So drizzle, just drizzle. Good morning. Oh, careful. Good morning, everybody. Indy's had her breakfast. She's happy. Careful, darling. Careful. I don't think she really has any concept of this boiling water. She stays away from the flames of the cooker when they're on. Hot, careful, hot. Otherwise, she really doesn't have a clue. I've boiled up a whole lot of water for a coffee, but I've actually boiled extra so that I can put it in my drink bottle. This river is pretty safe to drink from, but I just decided to boil it anyway. But I just need to let it cool down before I put it in my plastic drink bottle. So I'm going to cool down, take the lid off, I'll cool down the water, put half of it in here, and then I'll warm it back up again for coffee. We slept pretty well, considering, I'll show you something. Hold on, pup. Deflated air mattress. Oh my gosh. I'm so sick of deflating air mattresses. The only one I can depend on is my X-Bed down mat. It is so well made. Yes, it's a little bit heavier, a little bit bulkier. I've never had a problem with it. This is the Flextail RO2, and I've already had to patch it once. Just a random tiny little pinprick hole. I've got no idea how that formed. That was after the first time I used it. And I've used it, I loaned it out to a friend for 2 nights. I've used it once, twice, so it's had 4 uses since I had to repair it. And now it's deflating again. So I'm not sure if there's another pinprick hole or whether there's some kind of issue with the valve, but it's really disappointing. Yeah. The Flextail brand is a fairly a sort of a cost-effective type of option. So I think if you're somebody who goes out a couple of times a year, like maybe twice a year, you go hiking and you're using it in really genteel situations, it's probably fine, but it hasn't been for me, so that's a shame. I will inflate it when I get home and submerge it in the bath so I can find the hole and repair it, because I can't just be buying new products every time one fails. It does make me want to use my down mat more and more though. It's just a shame about the weight and size. On the upside, I was nice and warm even though the mat deflated, so either it's just because it's summer and the ground is warmer, or potentially the insulation that they've put in here, because there is, I can sort of feel it, there's a sort of a spongy insulation in there that was probably keeping me a bit warm, giving me some insulation from the ground. So warmth wise, I think this mat is actually really good for the weight and size of it. So I mean, I think it's a great mat in that respect. I just don't think the quality of the manufacturing and the, what do you call it, the fabric is all that amazing. I don't know, it just seems to be prone to getting holes or leaks. I do feel sorry for air mats though. I put them through a pretty hard life. But then isn't that the point? I mean, if you're going out hiking and camping, it's not, you're not sort of lying there on your lounge floor. They've got to be robust, don't they? You have to be able to depend on them. I was going to do cowboy coffee, where you add a splash of cold water at the end to make the grinds settle to the bottom, but I don't have any cold water, so that doesn't help. So the grinds are probably at the bottom now, just from sitting there for ages, but I need to put what I want to put some milk powder in. So I'll just stir it gently, hope for the best. I don't know if you can see all the mist and cloud around us, but it's not really raining anymore. It's just very cloudy, damp air. It was drizzling when we woke up. Ugh. Yeah, it was drizzling when we woke up, but it's stopped now and it's just cloudy. So the reason I'm getting going early is because I'm going to go back to the car a different way to what we came. And because I'm going a different way, I don't know how long it will take. I decided to go overland rather than down the river. Partly because it was raining in the night and the river will be a little bit higher. Not very much higher, but a little bit. And also just because it's going to be very wet and miserable. I don't mind getting wet and walking through the river when it's lovely and sunny or warm, but it's not sunny and warm now. Oh, glorious. Glorious. catch up with you en route and we'll have a look at the alternative way home. Let's go, pups. Everything looks tidy. Nothing left behind. Ooh! Always double check your campsite. It's often something you've left behind, and it's usually a pig. So down there is where I want to be, and then I need to track up to that side there, but it's very steep, so I'm going to see if I can find a way down through these thorns first. This is the only problem when you're finding a different route. Good thing I've got my gaiters on to protect my legs, because these thorns are nasty. I reverted to scrambling. Just got to get down this steep slope, and the best way is through the trees because there's lots of branches to hold on to. There are some cliffs a little bit further along, so I just want to make sure I don't go all the way across there. There's the river, that's where we're going. First and only time getting my boots wet this morning. I've just got one final push up the hill to get back to the truck, and our trip is over. So, goodbye from Indi and I. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for supporting Adventure OT. Big special thanks to those of you that have left some comments. I just love the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donations through YouTube Super Thanks. Really appreciate it. And a big shout out to my Buy Me a Coffee members and donors. I really appreciate your support. If you guys are interested in channel membership, feel free to check that out. There's a join button below the video, and there's a link in the description as well. And if you're an Instagram person, you can follow us on Instagram, adventure__OT. Alright everyone, till next time, bye from me, and goodbye from Black and White Dog. See you next time.